up guys, Jimmy Chang here. I'm with Andrew. In today's video, we're gonna be doing our review of the YUME Y10. If you haven't seen our unboxing video of the YUME Y10, make sure to check that out. Today, we're gonna be reviewing this bad boy. Andrew, tell us about the YUME Y10. I know you've been riding around. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's an amazing scooter for the price point. It offers dual 1200 watt motors, motorcycle hydraulic suspension, a loud horn, turn signal indicators, dual motors on it, hybrid off-road tires. This thing just rips. I'm super impressed with the price point that this comes in at.
So this scooter has a ton of features like Andrew's talked about that you usually find on scooters that are much more expensive, kind of the brand name, high-end scooters. We've reviewed YUME scooters in the past. We've been very impressed. Today, we're gonna take it out for a ride. At our first stop, we're gonna talk about the things that we like about this scooter, right? Let's get going.
Sounds great. Things I love about the scooter are the 10-inch hybrid off-roading tires. They're great for this type of terrain. They're great for smooth pavement, and they're also great for off-roading capabilities. It does have collapsible handlebars. It's got an adjustable stem, which is really nice. We find a lot of the off-roading vehicles don't have adjustable stem. It's a little bit, it's a catch-22. When it's on its highest setting, it's nice and tall, but it does increase the flex in the stem. So that's just one thing to think about is if you're tall, I might want to think of a different scooter because I'm not the biggest fan when this handlebar is fully extended up. It's a really smooth scooter. Jimmy would love this scooter because it's not like the earth-shattering, rip your arms out type of scooter. So if you're just looking for a tame scooter that has the ability to go off-road and ride on all sorts of terrains, this is an excellent choice at an excellent price. And that's another thing to talk about is the price. Pricing, as we talked about earlier, it's phenomenal. You really don't get this many features in a scooter for this type of price point. The dual 1200 watt motors are great for hill climbing abilities. Whenever you're climbing up hills and you have a single motor scooter, it's really hard to get up hills and it's typically sluggish on scooters. But anytime you have a dual motor scooter, even if it's just dual 500 watt motors, it'll get you up hills nice and easy. And this is dual 1200 watt motors. It does have keyed entry. The suspension is solid. So when I dropped the curb over there, you heard it was really quiet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's as smooth as butter.
Solid too.
Oh yeah, there's no like that weird noises when you drop off curb and you hear things clanking around. Sometimes when we have really janky suspension, when I drop a curb, you'll hear that the quality is not quite there, and it'll be either like, it'll be kind of like, I make a high pitch like springy noise, ting, or it makes either a clunking noise because you bottom out like clunk, clunk, clunk. This one is really awesome because the suspension works extremely well.
For a scooter at this price point with this many features, you expect the quality to be pretty low, but we haven't found that to be the case. The scooter seems to be of pretty good quality. We've been riding it around and it's held up. We haven't had to really repair anything that's broken or fallen off. If you watch our other video on the Evercross scooter, you'll see that that scooter started, you know, it was a great price point, a ton of features, but the quality was a little bit lower on that. With this, that's not the case. Overall, great ride, great price, ton of features. We're gonna keep riding, and while we ride, we're gonna talk about the things that we don't like about this scooter. All right, so Andrew, tell us what you don't like about the YUME Y10.
I'm not the biggest fan of the little boxy design on the bottom. I know it's to fit the batteries, but I think they could have made more of a rounded profile. The LED strips underneath only run halfway down the deck. I wish it would have ran across the deck because when I think of YUME, I think of a bright light show. The chargers that came with it were pretty terrible. They're European chargers. Well, the European chargers are fine, but the adapters that came with them are awful. They create a spark when you plug them in, so just be prepared for that little spark. It's not a bad thing, but I would have preferred a better adapter. Other thing about it is these handlebar grips do shift on you, so you do want to use some like adhesive spray or hairspray to keep them in place. They need a little bit better quality control over at YUME, so a couple things I had to do was like cut the grip tape to fit. I also had to cut the little metal clip, a metal shaving that was inside of the adjustable stem because it wasn't seating in place. So a little bit of quality control would go very far with YUME.
Another con too is the brake lights. The brake lights are small and they're hidden, not very visible. The turn signal lights, however, they're pretty nice. The brake lights though, not so much.
So yeah, one issue that's the most glaring to me is also the folding mechanism. I've never ran into any issues with it. I've asked the YUME group if anybody's ever ran into issues, but it still doesn't really instill confidence in me. But this is why I'm not a big fan of the folding mechanism. It feels weird to get it tight, and you don't feel, it doesn't have like a locking thing above this, and this feels like it could just pop out at any time. But most people I've talked to about the YUME having issues, nobody's ever said that the folding mechanism has failed on them. But the one big thing you need to do is go in here, and underneath here is a bolt. I don't know if you can see that, okay. Right there.
Yep, got it.
And the best thing to do is unfold the whole scooter so it's in an upright position, lock this folding mechanism, and then tighten this from the below. And then this will stop when it's tight. Nice. And then 10mm socket and tighten it up against there. Because at first I was having some major stem flex, and now if you look at it, there's just a little bit of flex, very minimal. I like to add an extra strap, just grab an extra Velcro strap and strap it around the folding mechanism just to make sure that it doesn't pop out on me.
I will say though, Andrew is a belt and suspender type of guy, so he likes to put that little band over the stem to keep it from unfolding. And I don't blame him. If you're going as fast as he goes on these speed tests, you want that extra protection. Another flaw to this scooter is the rear tail light. They hang off and they get sheared off pretty easily. Andrew was stepping off of it such, his foot slipped on a jump, and I think it sheared off one of the back tail lights. Here's what it looks like. Oh, you made that?
Kick this whole thing off. So this was my fault, but it definitely could be placed in a little bit better place.
And for me, the only thing I would add to that is kind of the boxy look that it has. If you want more of a sleek, refined look, then you probably want to look elsewhere. All right, we're gonna keep riding, and at our next stop, we're gonna do a speed test. What can we expect from the YUME Y10 on the speed test?
From what I think, it's claimed to be 40 miles per hour, so we're about to find out if it does go 40 miles per hour.
We're going high tech here on the channel. We've got the drone, we've got the super scooter, we've got the satellites with the draggy. So that reminds me, if you guys enjoy our videos, if you found any value from the videos that we've been making, make sure to give this video a like. It's the best way to help support the channel and help us to continue doing what we're doing here. How'd it feel?
Felt great.
Perfect landing.
Perfect landing. It got up to 36 miles per hour. On the display it said 58 kilometers an hour, which 60 kilometers an hour I think is like 40 miles per hour, so it's not too off. We see a lot of these displays are super off. Like on the other one, the Barlow Pegasus, it was like 8 miles per off. I'd say this is probably about 3 miles, 2 to 3 miles per hour off, so not too bad at all.
So that's a speed test for you. We're gonna keep riding this thing. At our next stop, we're gonna test it on some off-road terrain and then tell you who we think this scooter is best suited for. All right, now it's my turn to ride this bad boy. Yeah, so nice and strong braking. Acceleration is nice and gradual, just the way I like it. I love the suspension. I'm seeking out these bumps to go over. From the cockpit, I will say the cable management is really good. I like that the cables aren't just hanging out like a bunch of spaghetti or dreadlocks. It's got power, but it's very controlled. Yeah. Well, we're gonna go take this over to the bike park and give this a test, all right? So, let's get riding. All right, Andrew's having a good time enjoying the YUME Y10. We're gonna wrap it up here if I can get him to come back and talk. But who is the YUME Y10 suitable for? It's suitable for the person that wants to do everything on a scooter. Whoa, you all right?
Saved it.
Saved it. So the YUME Y10 is a great scooter for anyone that wants a scooter that can do everything. This is an all-purpose scooter. You can use it for roads, you can use it off-roading. What do you think, Andrew? Who do you think this scooter is best for?
This is great for someone who's looking for a feature-packed scooter at a really great price. Someone who wants to do off-roading. It's not made for someone who's trying to do the super fast speed test because it just doesn't have that initial torque, but everything else it performs very well at and can be used for, like you've seen, on smooth pavement, dirt tracks, mountain bike tracks, jumps, power sliding grass. It's a very versatile scooter.
If you want to learn more about this scooter, make sure to check out our full written review on gotscooter.com. We appreciate a thumbs up. It's the best way to support this channel. Thanks for watching, and when you ride, remember to wear your safety gear.